All right, welcome to Sinbin Stream. Tonight in NFL action, we have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Green Bay Packers. Hello, Ruth. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. They're doing the anthem right now. Let's check the. Whoop. Audio's good. All right, we're set. Last game in week 10 of the NFL season. It flies fast every year. It's here and gone. All right. I don't know what this is. I cannot get rid of it. Just leave this up there for now. Braxton, hello. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, they're just doing the anthem. Yeah, I think it's military appreciation night or week as well. Have not seen a Packer game in a little while. Missed the Carolina game in the Chicago area. We got the Vikings Lions or Lions Vikings game. And I'm going to miss the Giants game next week too, because I think the Vikings or the Lions are on when the Bears are on. And so I'll have to listen to the audio, Packers radio, and watch probably Red Zone. All right, normally we put the Packers in green down here, but to keep it a little different than from the Eagles, we went with the gold. Got the poll up. You can vote for the Packers or the Eagles. We got 6 votes, 83% going for the Packers. There, we can do this. Packers are without Matthew Golden tonight. Yeah, let me get that. Actually, here. Yeah, the inactives are Golden, Haversick, because they're going with McManus for whatever reason. Monk, the backup center. Jennings, a backup lineman, is inactive, and of course Hobbs and Lucas Van Ness are injured. So that's who is not active. Yeah, the Eagles just got Jair, but he didn't even travel with the team, I think. So they're without Jair, Juergens, and I don't know. I didn't get a look at their inactives, but yeah, Hobbs, Lucas Van Ness, and Golden are out for sure for the Packers. All right. Whoops, wrong one. Coming up tomorrow, we'll be back with hockey, a doubleheader at 6 and 9. Wednesday at 6:30 game. Thursday might be a night off. I don't know. My son has flag football that night and might be tough to make it even. He's got a late game at 7:15 if they start on time. And might not even be able to make it back for a late hockey game. But we'll figure that out Thursday. And then after Thursday, Friday night is just NBA on Prime. Saturday we'll do at least one at 9 o'clock. We'll two Canadian teams, Jets at Flames. Sunday, got to decide between hockey and football. I think the football matchups are a little better, 325, and the Sunday night game, I believe the Lions are playing. So, yeah, Packers need to can't afford to fall behind the Lions and Bears, so they need a win tonight over the Eagles and to keep the Eagles in check. All right, should be kicking off momentarily. They didn't show the coin flip. All right, the Eagles are kicking off. Elliott has it teed up. Kick is in the air and taken at the 6 by Savion Williams on the far numbers, 25, 30, 35. Still moving and about the 39. So a good return and no flags as Jordan Love and the rest of the offense take to the field. 1st and 10. All right, we got Dobbs, Jacobs, Watson, Wicks out there. Wicks in motion to the far side. Jacobs the deep back from the 39. Watson in motion. They hand off Jacobs up the middle. Gets maybe the 43. Should be about a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Wow. Walker, Banks, Jenkins, Morgan, Tom on the O-line. Jacobs, Dobbs, Watson, Wicks, and, of course, Luke Musgrave starting because Kraft is out for the year, unfortunately. All right, shotgun, back to pass, 4-man rush, dump off to Jacobs near numbers, pushes the defender and heads near the first down. They're going to give it to him right near the midfield marker, and first down Packers in green and gold, going right to left in the first quarter. Bond, Campbell, Dean, and Phillips are the Eagles linebackers. Mitchell, Blankenship, Mukuba, and Cooper DeJean are the secondary. Looks like Fitzpatrick is in at tight end now. Jacobs, the deep back. 3 receivers to the far side. Jacobs again down to the Philly 47 for about a gain at 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 coming up. So Fitzpatrick, looks like Phillips made the tackle. Nobody really blocked him. Fitzpatrick was blocking somebody else. All right. 2nd and 7. Up the middle again. Jacobs inside the 45 down to about the 43. Should be about a gain of 4. So a 3rd and 3 coming up. And I would assume, looking ahead, that even if they don't get it, they're probably going to stay on the field and go for it, but it depends on what happens on this down as well. But let's hope they just pick it up right here on 3rd down and 3. Under 12:20 to go now in the first quarter. 49% for the Packers offense on 3rd down efficiency. They lead the NFL. Another handoff to Jacobs up the middle. He's very close. I think depending on the spot, he might have it. And it's 4th and 1, and they immediately are going to go for it. Handoff up the middle, and they do get it. First down, Green Bay. What is this? Oh, they had an ad in the middle of their box. I got it. Thought I clicked on a basketball box. All right, well, that was Love on the keeper. Wasn't a tush push. It was just a QB sneak. And Love picked it up. They went hurry up and picked it up. Hello, Sinbin admin. Thank you. Watson in motion to the near side. Jacobs the deep back. Love in shotgun. Another handoff up the gut. Near hash mark. He gets maybe 2. Sorry, that was 1st and 10. Now it's going to be 2nd and 8 at least. Maybe 9 depending. They do say 9. So only a gain of 1. 10:50 to go. First quarter. I got this. Hold on. All right. Bot be gone. Shotgun to Love. Back to pass. Looking. Steps. Rolls back. He's going to be sacked. Oh, he's thrown to the ground. This is going to be 3rd and forever. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's going to be close to 3rd and 20, I would say. Huge loss. It was just a 4-man rush. He stepped up in the pocket, and Hunt got there. Both ends kind of... Oh, my gosh. Dobbs was wide open. If... oh, hello, Sue. Or Susan. All right. 3rd and 20, actually. Love down the middle of the field, and Watson knocked it away. Probably shouldn't have bothered. It would have been a good arm punt. And now it's 4th and 20 coming up. And Eagles, number 27, Mitchell, is slow to get up. So the sack ruins the sack on 2nd down, ruined the drive, and the Packers will send Dan Whelan on the field to kick the ball away after this injury. Yeah, it was really the other way around. Could have been a pick. Watson broke it up from Mitchell. It was overthrown to the outside, and Watson did a great job blocking the ball from a sure pick off his helmet. Oh, shoot. Watson kind of grabbed his helmet. Hopefully he's all right. He's jogging off the field, so hopefully he's all right. Oh, great. We get a TV timeout. Why couldn't they just... They better not come back, kick it, and then have to go to commercial again. We'll see, though. All right, we got 7 votes to the Packers, 3 for the Eagles. All right, let's see what else is going on. Check out the NHL scores. All right, Panthers, Golden Knights after 9 Central. Hey, hello. Welcome, number 1 Packers fan. All right. Yeah, hopefully he got up and jogged off the field. Hopefully he's all right. Jackets Oilers coming up in about 15 minutes. Right now, 2 games underway. Hey, Taylor. Hopefully they win. Hello. Hopefully, yeah, I know the Lions won. Yeah, probably should have kept the pick. That would have been a good arm punt, but instincts took over. All right, Islanders won, Devils won. Yes. Sure. Well, we can. I'll accept that. All right. Islanders 1, Devils 1, 6:56 in the second. Rangers up 4-1 over the Nashville Predators in Madison Square Garden. 7:44 in the second. Breadman with his fourth. Lafreniere is third. Gavrikov is second. Matthew Wood, his fourth for the Predators, and Zibanejad with his fifth. We had goals by Horvat and Meyer. All right, Mitchell went to the blue medical tent, but he did jog off the field under his own power, at least. All right, snap to Whelan. Kick is in the air. And fair catch at the 8 or 9 yard line. 1st and 10, Philadelphia. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. I mean, I know, I think it would definitely be an upset if the Packers won. Eagles are probably Eagles are the better team. They're the defending champs. They've beaten the Packers in at least 2, maybe 3. Now, probably 3 or more times. I couldn't even tell you the last time they beat the Eagles. All right, at the 9, near hash mark, shot under center is Jalen Hurts. Hands off to the deep back Barkley. He bounces it to the far hash. Down at the 12 for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 9:24 to go. First period. First quarter. Whoops. Got to put the ball with the Eagles. There we go. All right. In shotgun with Barkley next to him. Receiver in motion to the far side is Smith. Back to pass. Looks, throws quickly. Caught short of the 19 at the 18, so it'll just be 3rd and 1. And that was A.J. Brown on the catch for 6. Under 8.5 to go first quarter. We got Devontae Wyatt on the line. Parsons. Yeah, they're lining up for the tush push. And they got it. Hurts out to the 21, 1st and 10. And their guard looked like he false started, but they never call it. Toss to Barkley to the far numbers. He gets 3 yards, bringing up 2nd and 7. Yep, he definitely moved. Should have been a false start. If they're not going to call this, then forget it. Not even worth it. They're not going to do anything different before next year at the earliest. So it's not even worth discussing. 2nd and 7, just shy of the 24. They got to get to the 31. Deep handoff to Barkley, bounces it to the outside numbers for the first down and pushes forward to the 40. 1st and 10, Eagles. So a gain of like 16 on that carry for Barkley to the far numbers. Good hole opened up by their O-line. And, yep, tackle by McKinney. Not exactly what you want to do as a defense. Rely on your safety to make touchdown saving tackles. All right, handoff again. Not Barkley, though. And a good tackle by Valentine after a short gain. Got to be at least 2. We'll see what they say. Nope, gain of 5. Wow, okay. Bigsby, the carrier, traded from the Jags on September 8th. Barkley on the sideline catching his breath with the warm-up jacket on his shoulders. Well, that would be out of the ordinary for him this year, wouldn't it? Him and Derrick Henry aren't having the years they had last year. Back to pass, throws incomplete, going for Smith, so 3rd and 5 at 5:38. All right, 3rd and 5. We got Valentine. Who else we got for the Packers? Nixon, Bullard in coverage. In shotgun. Oh, my gosh. Can we even... We got a flag on the field. Okay. 68, false start. We don't need the rules expert to chime in on a false start. Come on. Are you kidding me, ABC? Oh, my goodness. I don't know what happened. They called... Green Bay didn't move. I don't know why he moved. We'll take the 3rd and 10 though. From the Eagles 39. Got to get to their own 49. Shotgun back to pass, looking far side. Parsons tracking him down. He throws near sideline, caught, and that should be a 1st down for Shipley at midfield. 5.5 to go. How did my clock get... Nope, they stopped the clock at 5:31, but I know darn well they're going to put it in motion any second. Walker was covering Shipley. Bullard came up to try and get Saquon. Yep, I knew it. Why did I bother to pause it? I knew this was going to happen. 1st and 10, receiver in motion to the near side. Handoff up the middle. Gain of like 3, 2nd and 7. Oh, that was Barkley on the carry. Might be 2nd and 6. That might be a gain of 4. Nope, that gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Well, it was just the left guard. I mean, whoever was first, but I was about to say, there's nothing they're going to do about it, though. It's just going to continue. I mean, there's nothing immediate. There's going to be no immediate action. So it's like, why even bother mentioning it anymore? It's just frustration. Barkley to the near side numbers. He stopped at the 45, but that should be a gain of 3. It's going to be like 3rd and 5, maybe a little less. It is 3rd and 5 as we approach 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Well, it's technically legal for the last 20 years. That's the frustrating thing. But the problem is the refs are not calling the false starts like they should. If they would call those, then maybe. All right. Play clock at 1. Shotgun back to pass. Hurts over the middle. Caught for the 1st down at the 37 by Smith. So they are inside the Green Bay 40, 1st and 10. Smith was in a bunch formation to the near sideline. He did a quick slant. Cooper wasn't there to cover it, nor was McKinney just to make the tackle. I don't know who had him. Back to pass. Hurts rolls out of the pocket, throws to the sideline at the 30 for Smith. So a good gain for them there, and it'll bring up 2nd and short. About a 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3. "12 plays, 61-yard drive. They taken 6:45 off the clock. Just outside the 30, they got to get to the 27. Receiver in motion to the near side. Handoff up the middle. Pushes the pile. That should be enough for the 1st down. Well, keep them out of the end zone. That's about all they can hope for here. Hold them to a field goal attempt. 2:25 to go, 1st quarter. 65-yard drive, 7:15 taken off the clock. Got Goddard out there, Smith, Cooper, Parsons getting a breather currently, I believe. I think they just showed him on the sideline. Got Rashawn Gary out there for the Packers. Hurts under center. Fakes the handoff, rolls to the far side. Now between the hash marks to the near numbers. Throws incomplete, out of bounds on 1st and 10. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. At 1:44 to go in the 1st quarter. Decent coverage by the Packers secondary on that one. No place to really deliver that ball. Somebody fell down on their route, too, so that had a lot to do with it. All right, 2nd and 10. Hurts and shotgun. Barkley directly behind him. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 in motion. Actually, there's a tight end on this side. It's a handoff to the near hash. Barkley cuts inside, gets it inside the 25, but that'll bring up about 3rd and 8 coming up. Hey, Piggy Wiggly. How are you doing? No. That's all NFC championship game, Piggy. This is all NFC. So, NFC championship game. You need like the Bills, the Chiefs, the Broncos out of the AFC. 3rd and 8. 3 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun keeper by Hurts, and he's got the 1st down. He fumbled late. Better not say he was down. We got a return by, man, who is that? I can't see it. Oh, it's Keyshawn Nixon at the 49. This better stand. So maybe the Packers caught a break. McKinney with the hit, they said. This could be huge for the defense. It's out. His elbow wasn't down, and his knees were on McKinney. So this is a turnover. Punched out by Cooper. Great play to punch that ball out of there because, man, they had 1st and... hey, Galchino, welcome. Hope you're doing well. So the Packers defense makes a play. It would have been 1st and 10 for the Eagles, maybe even 1st and goal, depending on where that happened. So McKinney on the tackle. Cooper gets the forced fumble. Nixon gets the recovery and the return. Yeah, I know. She's from Japan. She doesn't know. I was trying to tell her. I'll finish my thought. Rams, Packers, Eagles, Lions, all in the NFC. Chiefs. Winner of NFC plays winner. There's the two conferences. 16 teams in each conference. Oh, no worries, gal. Hope you're doing well. Sorry your Washington team isn't doing better. Glad you're here, though. Yes, let's go. Yes. We got, Bills, Patriots, Steelers, Broncos, Colts, Chiefs, Chargers, AFC. There we go. All right, where were we at? I think let me catch up. So you're saying Steelers, Rams. They met in the 70s, actually. Late 70s. Ah, your son likes the Steelers. Gotcha. Alex, welcome. Yeah, I was, and thanks, Alex. Goal, Pac, goal. Yeah, very good. I was going to mention the Ravens. I don't know. I skipped over them. I'm hoping they do. I'd rather them go than the Steelers. I hear you. Okay. Thanks, number one Packers fan. Appreciate it. I don't know. Ravens still have a shot. Don't count them out yet. And, well, that didn't go well. Something blew up. That looked like a sack of love immediately. So 2nd and long. Actually, he tried to hand it off to Jacobs, and they'll probably credit Love with the fumble. I don't think they'll give this to Jacobs. We'll see on the ESPN box in a minute. 2nd and 13, they call it. So Packers offense going backwards last few plays. Shotgun, back to pass, throws, batted down at the line, incomplete. Yikes. 3rd and 13. Come on, the defense makes a play, and now... Oh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. No, he said AFC. You're right. He said AFC and one Packers fan. No, I agree. I'm not counting out the Ravens. I just didn't get them in the list there. Shotgun on 3rd and 13. Love rolls. He's going to keep it at the 40. Dives forward. He's very close, but he's a yard short. So that's the end of the first quarter. Packers have a 4th and 1. Likely going to have to send Whelan on the field, but that does it. No score after 1. No, I agree. I'm not counting out the Ravens. I think the Steelers are... I don't know. I don't want to call them frauds, but, maybe the Steelers are fraudulent, Just my 2 cents. All right, let's fix the clock first. All right, set for the second quarter. Hey, Derek, hello. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Colts looked really bad against the Steelers. Daniel Jones kind of looked like the Giants' old Daniel Jones. Broncos, They're winning in spite of Sean Payton, I think. They have such a good defense. Patriots are young, yeah. Bills are sinking a little. Chiefs seem to still be treading water, but the Chiefs' problem is they're behind the Broncos and Chargers. Yeah, it's still anybody's game right now. Yeah, hey, Derek. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, I mean, I hate to use that word, but I don't know. It's so week to week, so, maybe I should walk back fraudulent, but I mean, they got embarrassed by the Chargers. I don't know if, granted, it was a road game, so maybe that factors into it, but I'm not going to deny I'm not a hypocrite. I say hypocritical things all the time. Oh yeah, so 4th and 1 at the 45. Love is 1 for 3 for 6 yards, took an 11-yard sack. Jacobs 5 carries for 15. Love 3 for 14. Jacobs 1 catch for 6. Hurts is 4 of 6 for 32 yards, had that fumble. Barkley 6 carries for 28. Brown 2 catches for 13. Shipley 1 for 11. Smith 1 for 8. Oh yeah, Hurts had 2 carries for 13 yards. All right. And I got to change this to second quarter. Packers offense on the field. Under center, Love. And he sneaks it again, first down. But hold on, there's a flag. Awesome false start. So now Wheeland will take the field. Great job. Aaron Banks, the left guard. And he most certainly did move. Okay, you guys saw that, but you missed the false start on the tush push. That was 10 times worse than that one. That's great. Call it both ways. I'm not saying Banks didn't false start, but their guard false started as well. I mean, call it both ways, guys. Open your eyes. So Wheelan will have to come out to kick it away from their own 40. Gibson to return. Here's the snap. Kick in the air. Taken at the 4. Return to the hash marks. Past the 10, past the 15, past the 20 to the 21. So a decent 17-yard punt return on that. And the Eagles get out from near their own goal line. So terrible coverage by the Packers. Special teams, not a shock there. Well. Huge false start by Banks. So the Packers defense forces a fumble. Packers offense does nothing. And we're underway in the second quarter. All right. We got Goddard. Who else is out there for the Eagles? All right. In shotgun. Looks like Saquon is to his right. Handoff. Walker gets him behind the line of scrimmage. Bullard was there as well, but that's going to be second and long. They give him a loss of 3. Well, I didn't even realize the Eagles have like black. Oh, the Eagles have black helmets and black pants. It's not their green. Didn't just notice that. They've got green striping. The jerseys have green numbers. He kind of fell over his own lineman. Hopefully that lineman, nobody got injured apparently. All right, under 14:10 to go. Receiver motion to the near side. Hurts back to pass. Dumps it off to Barkley. He trips and doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be either no gain or a loss of 1, depending on the spot. Don't know if he tripped over. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Why? I don't think he slipped on the turf or the grass or the Packers hybrid. Maybe, I don't know. They're focusing in on the cleats. Hey, Sam, welcome back. Thanks. Oh, happy 85th birthday. Yeah, happy 85th birthday, Mr. Piggy Wiggly. Handoff to Barkley. He gets it outside the numbers and tackled down at about the 24. So it should be 4th and long. 4th and 7. So give him a gain of 7 on the run. Well, happy birthday, Mr. Piggy Wiggly. Wishing you many more in return. It's okay, Piggy. You're totally fine. Hello, Sam. Thanks for being here. 4th and 7, man to punt, M-A-N-N. Dobbs, the return man. Here's the kick in the air. Taken back at the 12. Dobbs up the near numbers past the 20. Maybe the 22. 1st and 10 at 12:29, and the Packers. Oh, I forgot to give the Eagles the ball. My bad. 1st and 10 for the offense that needs to wake up and smell the coffee and realize the game has started. We went backwards. All right, yeah, here's the drive recap. We had a false start by Banks to start the second quarter. So that made it 4th and 6. Is that all you missed? And then Whelan booted it 56 yards, but they got an 18-yard return from the 3 to the 21. You're welcome. Yeah, I would try to sing, but it's not gonna. Well, technically, "Happy Birthday" isn't part of the national. It's not copyright free. Happy birthday. Why is what not live? I don't understand. We're at 12:29 to go in the second. It's live on my tablet and phone. I'm not sure. We are at 12:29 in the second. I'm not behind ESPN.com or NFL.com because I've got it over a roof antenna for ABC. It's behind on your phone. Oh, okay. I'll check YouTube real quick on my phone. I don't know. It says 12:29. Oh, well, it's because you mean why is ABC and ESPN not on? There's a carriage dispute between the two sides. Yeah, so Disney, ESPN, ABC, and Disney channels are blacked out. Their deal expired, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, you need a roof. If you have an antenna for your television, you can get it for free on ABC or pay for ESPN Select, which is $29.99, which is what they want. Handoff to Jacobs. He gets outside the 25 to about the 27. That'll bring about a 5-yard gain and 2nd and 5. Yeah. Or, yeah, if you don't want to pay ESPN for... Oh, I guess they taped up Love's left arm or left wrist. Might have got injured on that run. Toss to Jacobs. Inside numbers near the sideline, out near the 40. That's another first down. Packers are going, well, they're actually going left to right now this drive, or this quarter. Yeah, or if you don't want to pay for ESPN Select, NFL Plus Premium. I pay for NFL Plus Premium, but NFL Plus is even more affordable. I only pay $100 or $99.99 a year for NFL Plus Premium. That gets Red Zone and the like you can watch old games too on replay. Handoff to Jacobs to the near numbers. That only goes for 2. Depending on the spot, maybe 3. It'll be 2nd and 8. All right, they gave him a gain of 3 to the 41, so 2nd and 7. All right, under 10:30 to go, second quarter. Wicks in motion to the far side. Love in shotgun. Jacobs the deep back. Handoff to Jacobs. This one gets blown up, and he gets tackled short of the 40. Might be a loss of 1, so it'd be either 3rd and 7 on a no gain or 3rd and 8. They do give him a loss of 1. And for the NFL, it really only affects the Monday night game for now. I think they do usually get a playoff game. All right. Offense really needs to convert here on 3rd down. 3rd and 8 from their own 40. They're 0 for 3 already tonight. 12 average yards to go on 3rd down. Shotgun, back to pass. Love over the middle. Caught well short of the first down to Musgrave. It's at least 4th and 2, maybe even 4th and 3. Oh, boy. They're going for it. Clock rolling as we approach 9 minutes to go, second quarter. This is 3. I don't know why it says 4th and 2. This is more than 2.5. It's way closer to 3. And I think they're going to take the delay a game or hope for an offside or whatever. So delay a game. They weren't actually going for it. They just lined up like they were. So it'll be 4th and 7, and Whelan will head to the field again. Not much offense tonight. Got to credit, obviously, the Eagles' defense, but 12 yards passing, 47 yards rushing. Love recovered his own fumble. Nixon recovered the fumble by Hurts. Kick is in the air by Whelan. It's taken... Nope, it's into the end zone for a touchback. Wasn't even close to being able to be downed for inside the 10 or 5 or whatever. Didn't give the coverage team a chance. All right, Eagles ball, 1st and 10 after another timeout. Oh, disappointing so far in the offense. That huge false start on 4th and 1. Really deep sixed any momentum they had built up. I mean, the Eagles have pretty much moved the ball at will. They had that fumble by Hurts. Fortunate play by Cooper. The Packers did get a stop the last drive. They actually had a little bit of trouble running the ball that drive, but otherwise, Packers lucky that this game is 0-0 thus far. Hurts 5 of 7, 31 yards. Barkley 7 carries. Yeah, most people hate Disney. I hear you, Sam. It's hard to know who to blame in this situation. It would appear to be Disney, but YouTube's kind of at a tough spot because they just raised their prices. So raising prices to accommodate a price hike for Disney, etc., would be very, very hard for them to justify with their customers. Barkley 7 carries, 25 yards. Combined, they have 54 yards rushing. 31, yeah. Got Brown 2 for 13, Shipley 1 for 11, Smith 1 for 8. Barkley has a catch, but it was -1. It's all Ron DeSantis' fault. I'm assuming that's political. I don't even know. All right. 8:28 to go. Eagles ball. 1st and 10 at their own 20. They have 85 yards. Packers have 48. They are going right to left this quarter. All right. Takes the snap, rolls to the far sideline. Quick pass, caught by Goddard. He was close to the first down, but then tried to get more yardage and gave up a couple yards. Didn't quite make it back, but should be 2nd and short. Man, he had Watson open over the middle on that 3rd down play. I think that LaFleur wasn't too happy about that. They just showed a replay. All right, gain of 8, 2nd and 2. This is 2.5 at their 27.5. Fakes the handoff, drops straight back, throws over the middle. Oh, and knocked away at the last second by Keyshawn Nixon. And we'll have 3rd and 2 with 7:39 to go, 2nd quarter. But, they still have 2 downs to get 2 yards. He and Disney. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, come on. How many times we can show the replay and the celebration? Under 10 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. 10 pass breakups tied for the lead in the NFL for Nixon. Back to pass. Quick out. No, it's incomplete, I think. Yeah. 4th and 2. Tight window to throw to, and the pressure was in his face. 4th and 2. Well, we'll see what the Eagles decide to do here. Looks like Valentine on the coverage. I think Hurts is heading to the sideline, so they... All right, the defense forced a quick 3 and out. Offense, you've got to wake up and take, control and get some points. All right, Braden Mann is the punter for the Eagles. Here's the snap, moves forward, kick in the air. Short kick. It barely crossed the 50, takes an Eagles roll to the Packers 42. So maybe the Packers got a piece of it. I don't know, but Packers with good field position following the exchange of punts. Yeah, it was a quick out to the sideline. Let's see. It was a 30-yard kick by the punter. Man, that angle couldn't tell if it actually got tipped or not. The intended target on the 3rd and 2 was Dotson. And I guess again, yeah, it just says 31-yard punted 31 yards. It doesn't say like it was tipped or anything. So Packers get a break. They get it at their own 41. Yeah, I finally went for it because of games getting put on what was it, Netflix or last year. So I figured I would go for it. And I knew that there were times when a lot of the Monday night games are on ABC, but there were some that were ESPN only. So at the time I was like, yeah, let's do it. So that's why I went with it last year. And I do like watching old games, although I haven't done it as much this year as I did last year. But I hear you, Sam. Could probably get a free trial of it too. Or some app would have a free trial of something. So I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. Put the stats page back up. Oh. Close enough, I guess. I didn't realize I was cutting off the sleeve. Oh, hold on. There we go. All right, back to Lambeau Field. Packers have good field position. They got to get some points this drive. From the 41, in shotgun. Back to pass. Throws knocked away from Dobbs. Good play by the Eagles defender, Mitchell. So Mitchell back in the game after that early injury. So looks okay. 2nd and 10. Dobbs the intended target, and it was knocked away. Pass defense credited to Mitchell. All right. 2nd and 10. All right. Shotgun. Toss play to the backup running back, Wilson. And had some pushing and shoving. Short gain. It's going to be 3rd and long. Maybe a gain at 3. I'm going to guess 3rd and 7. Yeah, Phillips had it the whole way. All right, 3rd and 7. Under 7 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. Shotgun, back to pass. Throws tipped over the middle, nearly intercepted, incomplete, and they'll punt it away again. 4th and 8. Well, I don't know. This has been ugly. They moved the ball a little bit, but never were a threat this whole first half. Well, at least you got a subscription to that, yeah. I have ESPN Plus or ESPN Select. I had ESPN Unlimited during the WNBA playoffs, but I don't I don't really need an ESPN subscription for Monday Night Football since I also have NFL Plus. Wheelan kicks it in the air, taken at the 13, so not a great kick, and returned out to the 26, so decent field position for the Eagles again. 1st and 10. Yeah, but ESPN Select is too much. And that I don't. So I miss out on a few hockey games that are on ESPN. The channel by not having ESPN Select. I mean, unlimited. Unlimited is $29.99. Select just went up to $12.99, so it's the much better deal. So at least At least I can get all hockey except for the Blackhawks, except for anything on TNT, except anything on ESPN, and except anything on NHL Network. And if I didn't say ESPN channel, that as well. So that's what I got. Well, nothing's doing so far for the Packers offense. 12 yards passing, 49 yards rushing. Yeah, Wilson ran 1 for 2 yards, and that's all he managed. Incomplete on a target to Dobbs, and I guess maybe Wicks was the target on that one that got knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And Love missed a wide open Watson when he went to Musgrave for 6, and they needed like 8. Would have had the first down. So the defense gave up that one long drive. They punched the ball out and made Hurts fumble. Then after that, they played pretty well, but the offense is barely doing anything, so who knows how long till they're going to get tired, Can't win if you can't score. 0-0 ties are pretty hard to come by, too. Hasn't happened in probably 80 years, I think. Yeah, that's the highlight. The fumble by Hurts. Oh, that's right. Love got the credit for that fumble when he tried to hand it off to Jacobs, and they lost the ball, and Love fell on it. All right, Hurts hands it off. That's Barkley to the far numbers. He plows forward past the 30. They'll have 2nd and short. Probably at least a gain of 7. It is 2nd and 3. 6:18 to go. 2nd quarter. All right. Don't see Micah Parsons out there currently. It is 2nd and 3, though. Handoff Barkley. He has the first down to the far numbers out to the 40. 1st and 10. Hold on. There's a flag at 5:54 and an injured, slow to get up lineman 65 Johnson. We'll see. I would imagine he's going to have to come out of the game for one play at least. What's the flag, though? As I drop my remote and make all kinds of noise. Pardon me. So what's the penalty? Oh. Okay, offsetting penalties, and it looks like Evan Williams, he's limping on his right leg. Is that the leg that Williams hit? I don't know. Trying to make the tackle, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he was trying to injure him. Yeah, Johnson, 65. Yeah. Johnson 65 is headed to the blue medical tent. Hopefully he's all right. 2nd and 3 after the offsetting penalty, and Johnson is replaced by Johnson, number 74, Fred Johnson. Yeah, 82 yards on that first drive. So they were moving it. And just not much since, but currently moving it. But 2nd and 3, though. Handoff. Barkley. This time he gets 1, so this is going to be 3rd and 2. So Packers had that pretty well played up the middle. Under 5.5 to go. 2nd quarter. All right. Packers could use a stop, but even if they don't pick it up, you got to figure the Eagles would likely go for it unless they lose some yardage here. They started 3 for 3 on 3rd. They're currently 3 for 6, the Eagles offense. Back to pass. Hurts looking, throws to the far side numbers, and we got a late flag, apparently DPI. Goddard, the intended receiver. Looks like it might be on Williams. He grabbed Goddard's right arm. Really didn't need to either because that ball was well overthrown. I wish whether or not the ball was catchable factored because, man, that wasn't even going to be close to being caught despite grabbing the right arm. But maybe I'm biased towards the Packers, but I don't think he's catching that ball. But it's still a penalty. All right. Hurts under center. Barkley the deep back. Tight ends. We got movement, so there's a flag. Possibly a false start on the Eagles, but you never know. Or a delay a game. It was a false start on Jordan Mailata. So 1st and 15. Uh-oh, Johnson's being helped to the locker room. Sorry to see that happening. Hopefully he's all right. 1st and 15. Still 4:53 to go. No, I don't think it is. I don't know what happened to uncatchable. That's a good question. No, like I said, they won't say it. Barkley bounces it to the outside numbers. He's got the first down and more, but hold on, another flag. Hopefully this is coming back. Brett Toth, the center, number 64, was guilty of holding, so make it 1st and 25. That wiped out a huge 20-yard run by Barkley. He had, the first down plus. He grabbed, would have been, I think that's Wooden or not sure who he held there. 1st and 25 for the Eagles. Yeah, I think whether the ball was catchable or not is a thing of the past. I must be thinking of old rules. Back at their 25, 1st and 25, in shotgun, handoff, and that is 37 on the carry for about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 20. Tank Bigsby on the carry for 5. Yeah, I know it's PI. No, I think you're right. I don't think they do. Maybe they've changed the rule. Maybe catchable has nothing to do with it anymore. It sure doesn't seem like it. And I think I was being biased. That one may have been caught if the PI hadn't happened. All right, caught on the far numbers. Smith out to the 40, so that's about a gain of 10 actually make it 9. It's going to be about a 3rd and 11 from their own 39-yard line. Pretty good play to get them chance here. Cowboys, yep. Well, they tied the Packers. So I can't really say anything bad about the Cowboys. We did tie. Did not beat them. 3rd and 11 from their own 39. Packers got to get their defense off the field here. And they can't give up 10 and make it 4th and 1. Shotgun, back to pass, 4-man rush. Escapes the pocket. He's over the line of scrimmage, and he slides down at about the 43, so it'll be 4th and 7 after about a 4-yard scramble. Parsons was on the field. Oh, go Broncos for Sam. Okay, gotcha. I forgot, Sam. That's right, because, yeah. The Raiders, Broncos, yeah. Well, I'm certainly glad I didn't do Raiders, Broncos. That 10-7 game. Cardinals, Cowboys wasn't too bad last week. Or last Monday. Here's the snap, the move forward, the kick in the air, a low line drive. That's going to take an Eagles bounce. We got a flag on the field. It's going to be downed at about the 8-yard line. So it's going to be interesting what this flag is for. Great. So we'll have 1st and 10 from their own 4, likely. No. Did he point the wrong way? He pointed to the Eagles.
Now they're saying it's against Philadelphia. So initially they said against Green Bay. Now they're pointing Philadelphia's way. And he's asking the floor where he wants the penalty to be assessed. Holding. Philadelphia number
7 holding. Okay, Ringo had a hold, and they're going to make him punt it again. All right, well, so it's 4th and 17 again. Or instead of 4th and 7, it's 4th and 17, but I get it. They don't want to be at their own 8 or whatever. Oh, he held Melton. Boy, I don't know. What was... How is that holding on? I didn't understand that call at all. I'll admit it. Okay, man to kick it away again. Dobbs will return. That was a bit of a low snap. This kick hits at the 27. Dobbs scoops it at the 23, moves to the 30, spins, and is going to be tackled at about the 33. So much better field position for the Packers. Hopefully Dobbs is all right. He didn't jump off the ground after the tackle, so hopefully he's all right. 1st and 10 for the Packers. 154, or rather, this is the 2-minute warning now. Both teams, all 3 timeouts, and we are scoreless. America's team. Well, I'd say the Packers are America's team, but I know. Point taken. Maybe in the 70s they were America's team. Although I think the Steelers would argue they were America's team. Or they were at least the dynasty of the 70s. But I hear you. Thanks for chatting. All right, let's check out. Let's see, make sure this is live. There we go. What am I? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, we should check. Oh yeah, I gotta stop into my friend who's an Eagle. Sam saying F the Raiders. I hear you. Sorry, chatting in another stream trying to tease the Eagles fan. All right, we'll get back to that later. Sorry. All right, 1st and 10. Packers, they're at their own 32. Watson moves, then they roll to the near side. Musgrave catch, pushed out of bounds near the 40. Good save by one of the Packers coaches as he was about to knock over the Gatorade. 148, should be about 2nd and 2. He got shoved pretty hard. No, an Eagles fan. I was just checking in. He's a good guy. 1st and rival stream tonight. Yes, you're right, Taylor. Sorry. Just wanted to. I said good luck, not really. So I was trying to get him to 150 subs too, because he's at 149. Shotgun to Love after they picked up the 1st down. Catch by Jacobs at midfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. Clock rolling. Yeah, sorry, I fell behind there. 2nd and 5. Clock rolling, 1:12 to go now. At the 50. 3 receivers bunched to the near side. It's Musgrave, Watson, and Heath, I think. Back to pass. Love looking. He's under pressure. Escapes the pocket. Past the 50. And out of bounds, he's got the 1st down with 51 seconds to go. I'll put it up in a minute. 1 second. We can do it at half too. It's called Hilltime Sports. He's an Eagles fan. I just met him through Discord. I'll get to it in a minute. 1st and 10. They actually have 51 seconds to go. All right. 2 receivers to the near side. It's Dobbs and actually Bo Melton. Dump off to Jacobs at the 40, 35. I don't know if he got out of bounds, though. They could use a timeout here and do at 42 seconds. 2nd and short. Yeah, timeout Green Bay. All right, here, I'll get it. We got a timeout. Thanks. All right, there's Hilltime Sports Channel. I'll try to get them to 150 subs. Oh, yeah, I should like his video, too. Hey, thanks, Sam. I appreciate it. Thank you for chatting in his channel. Appreciate it. Sorry I got distracted. I just suddenly realized. Yeah, if my team wasn't involved, this would be bad. Yeah. Thanks, Sam. Hey, Taylor. No worries. I appreciate it. Gonna put another cheese wedge up there. All right. We're still at commercial. Sorry, we got to do something to spice it up in here. Good gravy. Yes, so if you ever are interested in the Eagles or whoever the Eagles are playing, check out Hilltime Sports. He does weekly power rankings and other videos as well, too. Uh-oh. Ugh. All right, we are back to the game. An ankle injury for Johnson was the call. 2nd and 1, actually. Love throws. Dobbs caught it for the first down and out of bounds at 38 seconds to go. Whoops. Come on. Sorry, it was 2nd and 1. Dobbs with a low catch, like little, like knee high at best. 38 seconds to go. 1st and 10. Love 4 of 4, 27 yards. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do the merge. I'd have to figure it out with the software, too. I know you can do it on StreamYard, but I'm on OBS, so I haven't investigated. All right. Shotgun. Love. Back to throw. Under pressure. Steps forward, and he's going to be sacked, maybe a gain of 1. And they're going to have to burn their second timeout with 31 seconds to go. It's either no gain or a gain of a half a yard. A 4-man rush. They collapsed the pocket, and Love was lucky to move forward. He was trying, Jenkins was trying to block at center. Love tried twice to get around him, and then he ran into the tackle on the second try. And, oh, crap. Speaking of Elton Jenkins, he is injured. And Monk is not active tonight, so we don't have our backup. Hey, Susan, thanks. We don't have a backup center. Love is the one that landed on Jenkins' leg. Awesome. And he can barely move as he gets to the sideline. Awesome. So the center's out. Hey, he got to 150. Awesome. Thanks, guys, if you subbed to him. All right, we got shotgun, back to pass. Love under pressure. Oh, he lost the ball. He was going to throw it, and I think he just fumbled it. Oh, my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. Clock is stopped with 23 seconds as they uncover the pile. He really had no time. He was trying. Yeah, he went to pass it, and that's a fumble. I don't know how they could call this a pass. It's either 3rd down or it's Eagles' ball. We'll see what they say. Puke. It's Eagles' ball. Oh, you're welcome, Hilltime. No problem. We want a collab by our fans, but I have no idea how to do it. Okay, I forgot. The Packers are down to 1 timeout. Yeah, thanks, Sam. I was just saying thank you for helping him. I saw he was at 151. Thanks for subscribing. All right, Eagles ball, no doubt about it, was clearly not a pass. Phillips with the ball. Hopefully we get 0-0 at half because the Eagles got time to get points here before half. Yeah, they've looked like the better team tonight. I know the scoreboard doesn't reflect it, but there's no doubt they're playing better, and they're on the road. So yeah, thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. And Elliott will get warmed up in case they move the ball. So, oh my gosh, the Love has fumbled twice, and we lost one now. And Jenkins is getting carted off the field. Great. Back to pass. Hurts rolls to the near numbers. He passes the 35 for a gain of about 4 with 16 seconds to go. 2nd and 6 likely coming up, but that wasted 7 seconds, so we'll take that. Ooh, Brooks touched him late on the sideline. Fortunate that wasn't roughing the passer, or rather a late hit out of bounds. It doesn't matter that he was the passer. He was out of bounds. Kind of playing with fire there by doing that. Actually, they only, gain of 4. Shotgun back to pass is Hurts. Throws to the far sideline. Incomplete. I think Smith was the target with 11 seconds. 3rd and 6. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, not just Tom Grossi, but Sports Fury. Sports Fury has rated here too. We've gotten tremendous support from their crowd. Not we did from Tom Grossi as well, but Sports Fury did it a couple. Actually, they both done it a couple times. I should say it's been a lot. I hear you. Panthers would beat the Packers. I don't know if they'd beat the Eagles. Handoff Barkley, I think, gains 3, so should be 4th and 3. Did the Packers use their timeout? Why? There's 4 seconds to go. What are we going to do with 4 seconds? Oh, man. Pretty much. I guess we could, yeah. It would get pretty, I suppose I could. I don't understand. Yep, Packers took the timeout. They may have put a second back on the clock. I mean, I guess we're going to try and block the punt. No, 4th and 4, they're going for it. Back to pass. Why did we? And okay, he threw it out of bounds. That's the half. No score. Wow. Unbelievable. And we're at halftime. Packers are lucky to be even, though. No denying that. Actually, the Eagles get the ball in the second half too, so that's a bit of a problem. So, yep. All right, I can raid Grossi if you. I'll provide the link if you want. First scoreless game at the half in 2 seasons. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'll get the link if you want to raid Tom. I'll go first and I'll provide the link if you want to say hello to Tom. That's fine with me. 1 second. I just got to make sure everything's muted. He only has 18,000 people watching. They have tons of people watching. The chat goes fast. Their chat goes so fast, so it's, I would have to probably make a donation just to have it sent up. All right, let's get the clock up for the halftime, by the way. This game has like put my brain to sleep. Hilltime's taking a break, so. All right. We may need to put up a drink goal. Actually, I don't want to drink today. I drank yesterday, I think. All right, we'll sync up with ABC. I'm not that far behind as far as their clock. Oh, brother. All right, we're synced up with ABC's clock. Wait, week 12? Wait, week 11 is next week. Yeah, we can. Well, we'll go through the numbers real quick. It won't take long. No, Susan, you didn't miss much. That's for sure. Injuries and turnovers and punts. That's been the story. Yeah, I would say so. They're blocking. I don't know. Love hasn't had a lot of time, but on that one pass to Musgrave short of the sticks, Watson was wide open, just a little bit like to his left and further up the field. He would have had a first down. That was a huge, miss by him. Love, I mean. Yeah, we need, if we're going to raid Sam, we got to raid equal or lesser subbed channels, because when Tom's got 16,000 people watching, it's a little hard to get your message in. Even if I did do a dono, there's like their chat is absolutely flying. So I'm actually going to close out of it. It's using up some bandwidth. All right, I think I will take a quick break and be back shortly. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you already have done so. Thank you. Thank you for returning viewers. Thank you for those in the chat. Makes the game go much smoothly, especially in a 0-0 scoreless tie half. But liking and or subscribing does help to get YouTube to recommend the channel to other potential viewers, which will help grow the channel. And again, I thank you all for your support. Eagles get the ball to start the second half. I'm pretty sure they kicked off to start this mess. Yep. the chat is too busy to notice, but thanks, Sam. It you know, it flies by. Like I was saying, we gotta just raid channels that are comparable by size, either equal, slightly greater, or lesser. You know, the point is to go to lesser. You know, because I suppose because who's the other one? Sports Fury, but again, they're pretty big too. It's not that he doesn't care. It's just he didn't notice, I would say. But I hear you. His chat is so busy. Let me check Sports Fury. uh, Sports Fury's doing basketball, I think, right now. I don't even know if they're doing this game. Yeah, actually, looks like the Sports Fury is just doing basketball right now. So they have 341. If you want, I can put the Sports Fury up. They're doing the Spurs Bulls fourth quarter. Sam, if you want to go to there. I should probably subscribe to them. They help me out. They have 320,000 subscribers, though. All right, Sam, I typed in there. We'll see if they notice. I doubt it. All right, I'll be right back. Let me quick break. All right, we are back. Oh. Hopefully this yeah, seems to be okay. All right, let's check in. Let me get see if I can pick up. All right. I saw you in there, Sam. Thanks for trying. No worries. Just checking in on all right. All right, let's get ready for the second half. Hey, Father Time, thanks. Yeah, I'll have to. All right. Let's get set for next game. Okay, Rising Rhino. I can try to find. You know what? I forgot to fix the dang clock. All right, now we're ready for the third. Let me get this off the screen. Ooh, Johnson coming back out for the Eagles. Maybe his ankle's all right. At least it wasn't a knee. I was afraid Williams got his knee. Taken at the 5, up the near numbers, out to the 30, and that's where the Eagles will get the ball. On the kick return by, I think, Shipley. Is that his name? 1st and 10, Eagles coming up. Whoops. What happened? Did my caps lock get turned off? No. I mean, my num lock. Hilltime Sports said the Eagles offensive coordinator needs to go. Oh, dead air? I missed it. I went for a bathroom break. No, I guess I missed that. Oh, on my stream? Yeah, I guess you don't like the Jets. All right, I'll take a look. Sorry. All right, Saquon out there. It's a handoff to Saquon. He gets at least 6 to the 35, so 2nd and 4 coming up. Pretty much up the near hash marks. No, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I know the keypad. No, I guess it was all right, but I hear you. Like, when do you not want to use the numbers? I don't understand. Occasionally I do hit it and then I can't type. Second and 3, actually, so it was a gain of 7. Fakes the handoff, quick dump-off pass. Goddard, I think, has it for the first down. It is Goddard. 1st and 10, Eagles. They're going left to right this quarter. Avs games? Oh, okay. I have to look. I don't have a lot of... I'll have to take a look at the choices. I'm not avoiding... I try to get Canadian teams, though. I mean, that's the main thing. $13.5 to go, third quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 41. Shotgun, fake the handoff. Back to pass, looking, throws down the field, wide open. Inside the Packers 40 is Goddard again, 1st and 10. Had all kinds of time. Just a matter of time until the tight end is found to be wide open against this Packers defense. Right in the middle of the zone. Nobody within 5 yards of him. Easy catch and throw. Shotgun, fake the toss. Throws down the field. Overshot. Calcaterra, number 81. At 10:54. Otherwise, that would have been a long completion. I think he had him open. McKinney was in the vicinity, but again, nobody covered this guy. That might have been a touchdown if he made a decent throw and hit the receiver in stride. McKinney or maybe Bullard could have reached him, but it would have been 1st and goal. Packers are just playing with fire here. Handoff right up the middle. Barkley gets it to the 29. Nice 8-yard pop. Brings up 3rd and 2. Yeah, hello, Derek. Thanks. Is this... I think we had both Dereks in tonight. Hello, Derek. I don't know if I can scroll all the way back. This might be a different Derek. Nope. It's... Hello again, Derek. Thanks for chatting. I appreciate it. I think I have 2 Dereks that sub, but I want to make sure. And I forgot to start the clock. Awesome. They actually say 3rd and 3. I don't know how this is 3rd and 3. Doesn't matter. They'll go for it if they don't get it. Roll to the near side. They pass it to Goddard. Another 1st down. That's their first down on 3rd down. In the last 6 tries. They had missed the last 5 straight prior to that. All right. 11:40 to go in the 3rd. They're eating clock. They're already at the Packers 23. Got to hold them to a field goal. Keep him out of the end zone. 3 receivers bunched to the far side in shotgun. Back to pass. 5-man rush. Nope. Doesn't do anything. Hurts vacates the pocket and gets inside the 20. Sizable gain. It'll bring up 2nd and maybe 5. It looked like about a 5-yard gain. And we'll check ESPN. Oh, got to get to the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 4, actually. Give him a gain of 6. So we approach 11 minutes to go. All right, under center, deep handoff. This time the Packers blow it up. Quay Walker on the tackle. It was 37 on the carry, who is Tank Bigsby. Walker blew that up immediately. So 3rd and should be long. I don't think Walker got blocked. Loss of 3, so 3rd and 7 coming up. Big play by Walker. Yeah, I was just checking. Yeah, thanks, Derek. I appreciate you chatting. I wanted to make sure it wasn't a different Derek, but yeah. Yeah, great play by Walker, but we got 3rd and 7 at the 20, and that should be a delay of game. Where's the flag? And a false start. Come on, we got to call something, Mr. Referee. It's got to be on the Eagles. Okay, it was delay a game. He said prior to any false start. So 3rd and 12, that's a huge penalty. Not sure why the Eagles weren't set. The right guard was still giving signals, and guess the center took the blame for that one. All right, a huge 3rd and 12 here. Packers defense has got to stop them. We can't be in 4th and 2 and have them going for it. Can't give up 9. If it's 4th and 3, they'll go for it probably. From the 26, it's a handoff to the near numbers, and they'll presumably settle for a field goal attempt. Shipley on the carry to the 20. So it's got to be at least 4th and 8. 9.5 to go, third quarter. And in a scoreless game, you know, this could be huge. Maybe they can block it. Maybe there'll be a bad snap. Maybe he'll miss it. But we'll see. So it should be about a 39-yard attempt. Yep, that's right. Here's the snap. The kick is right down the middle and good at 8:58, and it's 3-0 Eagles. So that the delay of game really cost them because they were driving. They had and that loss on that 4-yard loss on that play on that run that Quay blew up really helped too. That could have ended in a much, you know, they could have eaten more clock and gotten into the end zone. So we are fortunate to help them hold them to a field goal. All right. Well, Packers, you know, like I said, that's a big win, holding them to just 3 points. That could have ended, you know, horribly. And a night where, who knows, Packers really haven't even been close to scoring at all. So need all the help we can from the defense. Might need to score. I'd say special teams, but we know how that goes. Special teams just needs to hang on to the ball. Oh, yeah, what was I look? Oh. Yeah, we got what? Jets Vancouver at 9 tomorrow. All right, any other finals tonight? 6-3 Rangers over the Predators. Islanders prevail in New Jersey in overtime 3-2. 2-1 Jackets over the Oilers. Man, are the Oilers struggling. Let's see. Oh, man. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, tomorrow night. Okay, I don't get Leafs Bruins. I think I want the, you know, Kings Canadiens sounds good. Plus, I want to do Kings games if possible. 9 o'clock. My only choices were. Sam, I don't get the Avalanche game tomorrow. It's on TNT, so I couldn't do it. All right, kick is in the air. Taken at the 8. I think that's Bull Melton. He gets across the 25 near the 27. 1st and 10 coming up for the Packers, who now trail in the game here in the third quarter. Yeah, so I don't get the Avalanche game tomorrow, so I can't help that. It's on TNT, so. All right, well, I got to check the time. We're doing all kinds of replays. It's not 8:58. It's 8:52. All right, ESPN hadn't updated. All right, 1st and 10. 8:52 to go in the third. I got to fix the timeouts. Back to pass after they fake the handoff. Love throws down the field, caught by Watson near the 45, pushed out. Hold on, there's a flag. So this is probably coming back for holding, so never mind. Oh, it's going to stand. Hold on the Eagles, according to the broadcast. Holding on 33, Cooper DeJean, and Packers get a first down. So we will gladly take that. Watson lined up on the left side of the line of scrimmage, Fought through some, yeah, DeJean definitely held him. There's no doubt about it. Still got open and caught the ball, and DeJean popped him out of bounds. So committed the foul and gave up the catch. Jacobs is the deep back. They hand it to him right up the gut, across the 50 to the Eagles' 47, second down. Hey, Peter McPeter. Oh, I gotcha. You on the Ravens too. Who? Somebody I think Taylor was saying Ravens today too. All right, 2nd and 6. They only gave a gain of 4 on that. Looks like Sean Ryan is actually the center after that Jenkins injury I just noticed. All right, handoff Jacobs. Oh my gosh, he's lucky to get anything. The Eagles had that well played, and Jacobs may have gotten 3 yards out of that. Should be about 3rd and 3 coming up. Packers are 0 for 5 tonight on 3rd down. Well, they've got to go for it on 4th here. I knew, of course. We shall see. We shall see. A long way to go. Still got week 11 through 18 to do. All right, 3rd and 3. Wicks in motion to the far side. 2 receivers each side. Jacobs in the backfield in shotgun. Love takes the snap. Back to pass. Throws. Caught. I believe that's, who is that? Wicks with the catch and just enough for the first down. Go Pack, go. The best the offense has looked really pretty much all night, I would say. I think this is the furthest they've gotten. They had that one drive where I think Love got sacked and they had some trouble. Oh, for sure, for sure. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right, that is Musgrave in motion. This is blown up. Jacobs is tackled at the 48. Shouldn't have said anything. Going to be near a loss of 10, I would say. It's probably not. Just feels like it. Probably a loss of 6. So 2nd and 16. Not blocked at all. Okay, how many times do we need to see the play and the celebration? That was a loss of 4. Okay, didn't look like it. 2nd and 14. Let's see. Melton in motion. Back to pass. Love steps up in the pocket, keeps it, and gets taken down at the 41. So 3rd and quite a bit yet. So it's going to be at least, we'll say, that was maybe a gain of 5. So yeah, 3rd and 9, I think, coming up. All right. From the 41, 3rd and 9, they got to get to the Eagles' 32. Shotgun, back to pass. Throws down the field, not caught by Dobbs. I thought he had it, and when he hit the ground, he lost it. I think Love overthrew that a little bit. I don't know if that was really a drop by Dobbs. Well, now they're kind of in no man's land. You ain't going to send if you had Havrasik, you could send him out for a field goal, but since you'd elected to go with McManus tonight, even though he's probably still hurt, man, that hit Dobbs in both hands. It's a tough catch, but so they're going to go for it on 4th and 9. If they had Havrasik, they could attempt a 59-yard field goal. Shotgun, back to pass, empty set, 4-man rush, throws over the middle, and incomplete, broken up. And after 4th down, that's a turnover on downs to the Eagles at 4:42. So nothing again. And Eagles had a great drive last, and Melton dropped the ball. It's why you converted him to cornerback. Golden is out. I guess they thought they needed him at receiver, and he dropped it. So can put Melton back with the defense. Oh, gotcha. Rams Seahawks Sunday. What? I've forgotten what games I get. I just looked tonight too. Third quarter. I can't remember. I know I don't get the Packers. I know that. I forget. There's some big games at 3:25, but I don't remember if I even get Rams Seahawks. I can't remember. Great. Just want to see your schedule, and I get a pop-up ad. Well, definitely. Oh, no, wait. We got to stay on week 10. Never mind. No. Week 10 is over. Definitely not doing Jets Patriots, even if I was going to be home. Screw that game. Well, we'll do Commanders Dolphins. It's the last. I don't know if I want to. It's the last international game. See, that's a 3:05 game. There's not a chance I get that game. Yeah, we get Chiefs Broncos. Yep, Love made a good throw, and that was dropped. I thought the Dobbs one could have been caught too, but whatever. If you have, again, as I said, if you have Havrasek, you could have lined up for a 59. They could have tried from 59. All right, yeah, we'll go back to the Sunday. Yeah, I definitely don't get the Rams Seahawks. I get that 3:25 game. Back to pass hurts. Plenty of time. Throws. Barkley got a yard. 2nd and 9. And we are under 4.5 to go in the third. That's the game I got. I might do that. I might do that. And I think the Sunday night game isn't bad, too. I think that's the game I get, Peter. What have the Lions won, Taylor? That's all I ask. There, that is blown up by Devontae Wyatt. Barkley tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. This is going to be 3rd and long, but that usually spells disaster for this defense. 3rd and 15, a loss of 6. Barkley was lined up in behind. They handed it to him, and Wyatt was there right after he got the ball, and Wooden would have been there too. Nobody blocked. Yeah, that was completely unblocked. Nobody touched Devontae Wyatt. All right, under 3.5 to go. 3rd and 15. Shotgun, back to pass. Pressure on. Dump off to Barkley's at the 30, 35, 40. Pushed out of bounds about the 45. It's going to be at least 4th and 6 coming up, depending on the spot. 3:11 to go, and they say 4th and 9. Oh, Havlicek. Yeah, gotcha. Seemingly miss. Wait, what? Kick is in the air. Oh, that his own guy ran into him. They better not call roughing the punter. His own guy ran into him. That kick goes into the end zone for a touchback at 2:32. Well, Packers moved the ball but stalled the drive. So still haven't come close. The last drive still haven't come close to scoring. I don't know whether to say it's great defense by the Eagles. It has been. They have made some great plays, but it sure seems like this offense continues to shoot itself in the foot. But it's a little of both. Yeah, so I believe I get Chiefs, Broncos, Lions, Eagles. Woof. I think we will pass on next Monday night with Cowboys, Raiders. So I think we'll be doing hockey next Monday for sure. But yeah, probably going to do 3 NFL games on Sunday. The international game, which will be a joke. Chiefs, Broncos on CBS, and Lions, Eagles on NBC, probably, unless there's hockey. But I don't know. We'll see. The competition for football is so tough. You know, normally I want to do the international games at 8:30 because they're on NFL Network. I feel like there's less competition that early in the day. And Thursday night's on Prime, but man, there's been some bad games, and I've had conflicting schedules because of my son's flag football, so it's hard to get back for the kickoff on time. So that's why I haven't been doing them. But yeah, other than this game, man, the Monday night games haven't been great. Sanders and yeah, I know, week 20. So you guys beat us and prevented us from going to the playoffs. Big whoop. We got rid of Rodgers. That's a win in my book. 22 was such a waste. Don't forget that Megatron retired early too. Calvin Johnson. Yeah, I mean they've I can't rag on the Lions too much. They've had the Packers number, no doubt about it. Handoff to Jacobs to the 25-30 and a first down finally. We get an actual good run as we approach 2:15 to go in the third quarter. And we get to see Howie Roseman, and we get to see Jeffrey Lurie of the Eagles. I don't know about that. It's hard to win the Super Bowl. That's a lot of ifs and buts, Taylor. You had, what's his name? And he won one with the Rams. Back to pass. Love looking. Throws down the sideline. Caught. That is Wicks near the 50 and a first down. Fine. Oh, hold on. We got a flag. This better not be taunting. Nope. Holding on Cooper DeJean again, so they'll decline it and take the first down at 1:37. Well, big deal. We've been at midfield before. Haven't done a damn thing with it tonight. Yeah, I don't get it. The criticism, that wasn't on Cooper DeJean. That was on 27. If he said 33, he got the wrong number. That should have been on 27, Mitchell. If they called DeJean, that's the wrong call. All right, handoff Jacobs. He gets maybe 3 or 4. We'll call it 3. 2nd and 7. All I'll say on that is that I really wish Sean McVay, not Sean McVay, I wish Sean Payton got the same criticism that Mike McCarthy gets. You know, and Favre, he got back to another Super Bowl. Packers just couldn't stop the run that time. They had stopped the run all year, and then they ran into a Hall of Famer who should have been in the Hall of Famer quicker than he was, the running back for the Broncos. All right, we got about 30 seconds in the third quarter. Handoff to Jacobs. He gets maybe 3. So they're going to have about a 3rd and 5 as we head to the fourth quarter. Unless they quick hurry up and run a play. Well, they gave him 3rd and 4. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. You had Stafford. That's who I was trying to think of. I think your problems weren't a quarterback away. But I'm not going to argue. Because I wouldn't disagree that they should have won more. It is heartbreaking. Packers have a lot of heartbreaking playoff losses. There's no doubt about it. You can dunk all night on them for their playoff disasters. But growing up, they never went to the playoffs. So if I had to choose, I'd rather go to the playoffs. So we don't need to argue about that. You had, like I said, Stafford, so that's the thing is I don't loathe the Lions. I loathe the Vikings. That's true. That's true. I agree. Peyton. I hate Peyton because he trash talked the previous coach, and I'm blanking on him. Yeah, that's true. Favre, yeah, that's a good point. Favre threw to the only covered. Yes, Sue doesn't like the Vikings either. Yeah. Again, McCarthy had the most playoff losses again on the last play of the game. He had I don't know, maybe 5. I got to count it up. And no other coach since 1970 has had more than 2. It's just incredible. All right, they're at the 43.5, 3rd and 4, back to pass. Love, it's caught. Does he have the first down? It's very close. They say he's got it. Wicks for another first down. All right, they have to get a touchdown this drive. We can't. Oh, what am I saying? Well, I don't want to leave it up to McManus. This is very close. This could easily be challenged and maybe be 4th and inches. So the Packers would serve themselves if they did a little hurry up and got this next playoff. As if I'm Sirianni, I might want to challenge that spot. But maybe you figure Packers go for it on 4th and inches. Yeah, that was very close. They hand it off to Jacobs up the middle. He gets to the 35, maybe the 34. Should be about 2nd and 5. The Bears are going to win. Well, good. We can agree on that, Taylor. Ooh, somebody has a gash on their right bicep. I can't tell what number on the Packers that is. Don't know if that's going to require stitches. Minnesota winning or whining? Whining, yeah. All right. Under center. Jacobs, the deep back, fakes the handoff, back to pass, four-man rush, flag on the field, caught Watson at the 13, but there is a flag on the field, and it's either illegal formation or probably holding on the Packers unless the Eagles lined up offside, so we'll see. Yep. Illegal formation. I knew it. I figured. I didn't think it was a false. Yeah. I figured maybe. Yeah, it was definitely a line of scrimmage foul, and I didn't see the Eagles jump, so that's why I figured it's got to be illegal formation. So that wipes out a huge gain. The Packers would have had a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Looks like probably Bo Melton covered up somebody when he shouldn't have, or the dude got converted to corner, and now you're trying to rely on him as a wide receiver when you've got some injuries at wide receiver. All right, from the 40, 2nd and 11. Jacobs, the deep back, fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, knocked away from Dobbs, incomplete. Dobbs wanted a flag. I don't think he had a case. 3rd and 11. So you better go for it on 4th if you don't get it here. So the Packers just can't get inside the 40. It's been like kryptonite tonight. Mitchell had pretty good coverage. I didn't see it. Looked like his right arm was wrapped around his waist. That's frequently called as pass interference. I don't think I'm being too biased to say that the Eagles got away with one there. 3 receivers to the far side. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking. Rolls to the near numbers. Pointing, and then throws it away incomplete, out of bounds. 12:53. 4th and 11, and what do? You don't have Havrasik. Dobbs appears to be shaken up on the play, and I think they're going to have to send Whelan out on the field. They didn't pick it up on 4th and 9. Can't see them picking it up on 4th and 11. Yeah, something happened to Dobbs. He didn't even get touched. I don't know what happened. Hopefully he's all right. He had Dobbs open too. If he throws a dart, maybe Mitchell doesn't close in time. Here's the kick by Whelan. It takes a bounce. Now the Packers didn't save it. He was already. Wait, what? The Eagles tried to return it? I think this is going to be a touchback. What in the world was that? I don't think the Packers kept it out. I think somebody was in when they tried to keep it out. Packers want a safety, but I don't think they're going to get it. I think this is a touchback. Max Melton touched the ball, and he's in the end zone. Yeah, and his right foot was on the line. This is a touchback. I don't know why this was a live ball. Kind of a dumb play by the Eagles to try and return it. So the Eagles will have it. That's what I thought. Live, it looked like a touchback. I didn't understand what was going on there. So 1st and 10 at the 20. Yes, I know, the Vikings whine. I would argue it's all of Minnesota. You saw what happened with the the gosh darn it, Minnesota Lynx this year. Cheryl Reeves had a meltdown on a foul on a steal just because Fee got hurt, and it turned out the steal happened before the contact, and she was dead wrong and got suspended. Yeah, I didn't see it. It looked like good coverage until they showed the end zone cam, and it looked like Mitchell had his arm around the waist. Couldn't tell if he turned him or not, but usually that gets called. It didn't get called. Packers offense just continues to shoot themselves in the foot. They have an illegal formation, and then they put themselves out of field goal range. So you can't blame the refs when your wide receiver converted to cornerback this year, needed as an emergency wide receiver this week, is called for an illegal formation. So that's not the refs. Yeah, I didn't know if you had seen Cheryl Reeves. That was embarrassing. I couldn't believe how she lost it. But if I had any respect for her, it was gone on that. No. Unfortunately, it looks like the Packers are going to get shut out here. We got a lot of time, but they just cannot finish a drive. So they keep shooting themselves in the foot. It's not the end of the world. They wouldn't be knocked out of the playoffs. Still plenty of time, but it's going to put them at a severe disadvantage in battling both the Lions and the Bears the rest of the year. Hopefully we can keep the Vikings in last place, but I would even have my doubts as to that now. Packers nearly got swept in the division last year. Finally broke that losing streak in week 1 against the Lions, but they got to go to Detroit on Thanksgiving, so we shall see. All right. Handoff to Barkley. He gets 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, second, and we'll see. Second and 6, they gave him 4. Eagles could probably run out the clock at this rate. If they get a touchdown, this game's over. Packers just wilt against tougher competition, apparently. That first 2 weeks were the exception, not the rule, apparently. Toss to Barkley. He gets no gain. So 3rd and 6. I think the defense is going to have to get a fumble 6 or a pick 6 because the offense just doesn't seem to have it tonight at all. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, agreed. I don't know why it got returned. But Melton was already in the end zone. Is he allowed to establish himself? That's what I couldn't figure out. But from the 23, they actually have a 3rd and 7. Back to passes. Hurts dumps it off to Barkley at the 20, 25, spins, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, and tackled at the 35. And that should be your dagger because they are already in field goal range, and I don't see the Packers getting in the end zone. I don't know what this game is, but it is frustrating beyond all heck. All right, well, shotgun back to pass, plenty of time, 0 pass rush towards the end zone, caught for the touchdown. That's your dagger. It's 9-0. Smith in the end zone. And that'll do it. Game over. Wow. Nice of the Packers offense to show up. Defense has done the best they could all night, and now they just got hammered by 2 plays, a pass and a run, and then a pass, and that's it. That's the game. 10-0. We can forget the playoffs. I mean, 5-3-1. You play like garbage at home. I don't know. Is this team even worth watching the rest of the week? I'm glad I don't get to see what's probably going to be a terrible game against the Giants, whether it's home or away. They've got a lot of tough road games coming up. I don't understand. Their offense hasn't done squat. You think they're going to get in the end zone? They'll be lucky to get a field goal the rest of the way. This is what happens when you have a corner converted to wide receiver and you get a drive-killing illegal formation on 3rd and 5. I know it's never as bad as it looks. I know it's never as good as it looks, but this is pathetic. They have some tough games coming up, too. Yeah, Kraft being gone is definitely a problem. And it's not even for the obvious pass catching. He's just a way better blocker than Musgrave. Musgrave just can't block. I think that's the problem. It's not that he can't catch the ball, or that obviously he's not the yards after catch guy that Musgrave was either, but he can't block. Musgrave's a terrible blocker. And you look like absolute dog crap against the Panthers at home, who just got beat by the Saints. They got to go to New York, who will have a fresh coach. They're going to get lucky that Dart might miss the game. Who knows? Russell Wilson's done fairly well against them. That might be all they need. Then you got the gauntlet of the division. Minnesota, Detroit. They can't beat any of the division teams, I'd say, right now. At the Broncos, at the Bears. Host the Ravens, who are doing better, and the Vikings. So other than the Giants game, who are they? Where are your other wins? So Smith catches the touchdown over Williams again. Williams has had a crap game, pardon the language. Returned by Savion, out of bounds at the 25, 1st and 10. Well, this is disappointing. I thought the defense would be better, but there's only so much Parsons can do. Clearly, teams have figured out what the Packers do, and they can't make adjustments. And they've usually been a better second-half team this season, too, so that's what makes this even more frustrating. You were down 3-0 at half, and you've not showed up in the second half at all. All right, Love under center, hand off to Jacobs, gets 3, 2nd and 7. Well, we don't have time for this nonsense, guys. We can't grind clock when we're down 10, guys. Wait, who's in the locker room? I missed it. Back to pass. Love throws. Caught by... for first down. I can't tell who it is. It's actually Melton. Oh, you decide to hang on to that one, but drop the 4th down pass. Thanks, Bo. Almost said Max, his brother on the Cardinals. Yay, they went hurry up. 1st and 10 at their own 38. Back to pass. Love looking, throws, caught. Jacobs to the far numbers to the 44. 2nd down and 5. I don't think they're getting 10 wins. 5 wins the rest of the way, I doubt it. I don't share your optimism, but I respect your opinion, but I don't see it. That's a tough schedule after the Giants. Throw to Savion, and he's tackled short of the first down. Give him maybe 1, 3rd and 3. Can we like not run wide receiver screens when we're down 10, please? Again, Packers went 1-5 in their division last year, and they were a blocked field goal short of being 0-6, and they lost to the Eagles in the regular season and in the postseason. They can't beat the good teams in the NFC. So, and they shotgun handoff to Jacobs. He gets the first down, past the 50 to the 46, 1st and 10. Clock rolls as we approach 8:20 to go in the game, and I did forget to give the Packers their timeouts at halftime. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Love and shotgun. Watson to the near side. Back to pass. Going to dump it off to Wilson, and he falls after a gain of 2. Got tripped up because he was hit at the line of scrimmage. Yep, this is going to take too much clock. The defense is out of gas, so even if they get some points, probably will be a field goal, and the Eagles will march right back down and get it back. Love throws to the near sideline, incomplete, Melton the target. 7:34 to go. 3rd and 8. Yeah, I guess Sean Ryan is not your answer at backup center either. That's what happens when you make Monk inactive. Jenkins goes down, and you got to scramble at the O-line. Back to pass out of shotgun. Throw. Catch. I think that's Wicks for the first down at 7:29. Clock is briefly stopped. It'll be put back in motion shortly. All right. Well, when are we going to get it? $7:25 to go. $38 yards. That's leading the Packers in receiving tonight by Wicks. Awesome. At the Eagles 34, some sort of handoff to Williams gets maybe half a yard to the far side numbers. 2nd and 9 coming up, and we're under 7 to go. Why are we running that play? What did that do other than kill time? That play hasn't worked maybe once this entire season. Now we're getting down to 6.5. Wicks in motion to the near side. Not Wicks, Melton. Love back to throw down the far sideline. Leaping attempt made by Musgrave, incomplete. Oh, a very late flag bounces in, presumably for DPI. I didn't see it live, but the Packers might be getting a gift. I don't think so. I don't think that was a good call. That looked minimal at best. The Packers will take it. The one on Dobbs was worse. That's all I'll say. You're going to call that garbage. Why didn't you call the one when Mitchell got Dobbs then? That killed a drive. That one didn't look any worse than that. Love dumps it off to Jacobs at the 10. Falls forward to about the 6 for 2nd and 3. As the clock continues to roll and the Packers, even if they score, they're not going to the Eagles can just run out the clock pretty much. So 2nd and 3, just about the 7, they got to get to the 4. Yeah, they've burned up more than 4.5 minutes already. Handoff Jacobs up the middle. First down. Plows towards. I guess he's got a touchdown at 5:49. Well, where was this all night? It's about time. Hopefully it's not too little too late, but I have a feeling it is. Not sure if he got in either. His hip might have been down before he got in. I'm sure they'll review this. I mean, they review all scoring plays, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I just don't like what I saw the last drive. They got gashed by 2 big plays. I suppose if they can hold the Eagles to a field goal some way, somehow, maybe they can send it to overtime. Kick by McManus is good. 10-7. I mean, the Eagles are good. There's no doubt about it. I'm just disappointed in the Packers that, just have not looked good all night. And they took a lot of clock off. The Eagles could get 2 first downs and we'll be at the 2-minute warning with no timeouts already, I think. Defense has gotten 3 and outs before. I think they're going to need one here. All right, well, we'll see. They got to play better than they did in the first 3 quarters. Let's put it that way. Proud of the defense. You hold a team to, especially a team like the Eagles, to 10 points. You should win that game. The offense had, at least in their wins, had gotten 27 points. And then against the Steelers, they actually got 35, but offense, they just don't, I don't know. Don't play complementary football, I guess, enough. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize they didn't have it on the 4th quarter. My mistake. All right, well, Love is now 17 of 26, 124 yards, 3 sacks for 19. Jacobs is up to 20 carries for 79 and the touchdown. Jordan Love has run 5 for 28. Wilson 1 for 2, so they do finally have over 100 yards rushing as a team. Wicks 4 for 38, and Jacobs 5 for 33. Hurts 14 of 21, 167 yards and a touchdown. Barkley 14 for 43. Rushing, Hurts 5 for 27. They're nearing 100. Smith 3 catches for 53 yards and a touchdown. Let's see. Kick is in the air. Returned from the 2. Up the near numbers. Tackled at about the 29 with 5:45 to go. Sorry, I forgot to do kickoff. 1st and 10, Eagles. All right, they actually mark it at the 28, 5:45 to go in the fourth. Hurts in shotgun. He has Barkley in the backfield with him. It's a handoff. Barkley gets blown up immediately by Williams back at the 25. So that is a good start for the defense. 2nd and 13 coming up. Williams came a long way to make this play, too, and unblocked. And if he didn't wrap him up, there was nobody there. He would have had a first down in that hole. So good read, I guess, by Evan Williams. And credit to him. Actually, that's only a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Shotgun handoff. Nope, fake the handoff. Throw, I think, broken up by Nixon. Goddard would have had a catch and at least a first down if he wasn't there. That stops the clock, which is huge. Actually, Nixon didn't break it up. Goddard didn't turn to look quick enough, and the ball would have been in his hand. He actually hit it with his left hand. I don't know if that hurts a little bit of an overthrow or Goddard just late getting out of his break, but we'll see. Big play. This could be the deciding factor in the game on 3rd and 12. And if the Packers give up 9, you know the Eagles will go for it. So back to pass, looking, plenty of time. Throws, caught, wide open, first down at the 42. And that's why I didn't bother to get hope, because I knew that crap was going to happen. Looks like Smith on the catch. Good catch by Smith. Nixon hit him, but too little, too late. So one more first down, and it's probably going to be kneel down time. Oh, wait. The clock is stopped, though, because he went out of bounds, because we are under 5. From their own 42. Handoff Barkley up the middle. He gets to the 45. 2nd and 7. Wonder if the Packers will start using their timeout soon. Under 4.5 to go. Two losses when allowing 16 points or fewer, tied for the most. Yep. Because their offense takes games off for some reason. Handoff, again, Barkley up the middle, and he's near the first down at midfield. Should be about a 3rd and 2. They pick this up, and it's pretty much game, set, match. They're going to have no time, even if they get the stop. And actually, the Packers should have been called for tripping on that play. Missed a trip, absolutely. Packers should have been called for tripping. They missed that call. And 6 on the play clock. I don't know what the Eagles are going to do. Maybe burn a timeout. I guess they're burning a timeout at 3:21. That should have been a trip. Green Bay should have been flagged for it. All right, Eagles use their first timeout. All right, well, 3rd and 2. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2, even if they don't get it here. So 3:23, they put 2 seconds back on the clock. Hand off to the up back. It's an easy first down. Just defense can only do so much. So what are you waiting for, LaFleur? I don't know. I guess maybe after this first down play, they'll call their timeout. I don't know. One more first down, the game's over. We're under 3. Yeah, only can focus on one game at a time. Packers better be ready to play the Giants. Handoff to Barkley. Again, he moves forward for at least 3, 2nd and 7. And I don't know what we're waiting for. I think we finally used a timeout at 2:33. They put a second back on the clock. Green Bay has 2 timeouts. Same with the Eagles. Yeah, that Melton illegal formation killed that drive. Yep, I don't know. You can only do it one game at a time, but they better wake up and smell the coffee and be ready for the Giants, or it's going to be more of the same. This potential 2-game losing streak is not looking good. Hopefully they can, and they play like this, they're going to get boat raced on Thanksgiving against the Lions. That's for sure. Yeah, but the Eagles had that huge drive when they needed it and got their touchdown. Big play by Barkley, big play by Hurts to Smith. Packers just, I don't know. Certainly looks like, not going to use excuses, but it certainly looks like they need to rethink their plans at center if Jenkins is out. You cannot put Sean Ryan at center. It's not working tonight, I don't think. But we'll see. Well, at least there's hockey. That's why I like doing hockey. Long season, plenty of time to come back. All right, sorry, I'll stop whining. I know it's not enjoyable viewing, but this just shocked me how poorly the offense played tonight. I did not think we would have this much trouble on offense. Can't blame the defense. Certainly good effort by them. They just got gassed late in the game, I guess. I don't know. All right, 2nd and 8. Not 2nd and 7. Fake the handoff. Hurts rolls, throws, incomplete, out of bounds. And okay. Thank you, Nick Sirianni, for throwing there. The running game had no problems, so scratching my head on that play call there. Parsons seemed to blow it up. Hurts was definitely hurried, and he just couldn't hit Goddard in stride. And Goddard's the one that had the block on the play, too. And he was well covered by Bullard, so don't understand Sirianni's call there. It doesn't matter. It's 3rd and 8. They got 2 downs to get 4 yards. Packers save a timeout. 3 receivers to the far side in shotgun. Back to throw to the left side. Incomplete, but who knows? There'll probably be a flag and probably an automatic first down. Oh, wow. I guess apparently not. 4th and 8. I mean, it was a short throw. It wouldn't have been enough for the first down. Hurts got the throw off. He wasn't pressured. He just overshot Smith. It looked like Valentine got tangled, and the Eagles are going for it. So All right, from the Packer 43. Looks like the play clock went down. Maybe they're taking the delay a game. Okay. So it's gonna be 4th and 13, and they'll I wonder if the Packers would decline it. Well, Packers have a chance, and they could, well, we'll see. I would not like to see. I really don't want to see McManus out there for anything other than an extra point, though. I don't trust him at all right now. Well, thanks to whoever calls their plays, I don't understand rolling out on a pass for there. They could have made the Packers waste their time. Maybe they're hoping to save some time for themselves. And a fair catch by the Packers at the 10 with 2:18 to go. I wouldn't count on the Packers to score quickly, though, so I don't understand what the Eagles were doing there. All right, well, crunch time for the offense. They finally showed up last drive. They have 2 timeouts, the 2-minute warning, and 2:18 to work with. From their own 10, shotgun, back to pass, 4-man rush, thrown, incomplete. Wicks turned out. I think Love thought he was turning in, and miscommunication brings up 2nd and 10. All right, 2:15 to go. Eagles 5-1 in one-score games, best in the NFL. In shotgun, back to pass. Love looks, throws over the middle, incomplete to Melton. Can we target somebody besides Bill Melton, please? 3rd and 10 already. And we don't have all 3 timeouts, so it's going to be 4-down territory. And Love took a hit in the end zone, too. Clean hit, not late. He threw it short to Melton. That wasn't Melton's fault. Third down, they were 4 of 11, or are 4 of 11. They're 1 of 2 on 4th. Shotgun fakes the handoff for some reason. Looks, throws over the middle. Caught at the 31 by Watson for a first down. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. Wow. So the Packers catch a break. They find an opening in the middle of the field and convert on 3rd and 10. So they're 5 of 12 on 3rd down. Good catch by Watson, both hands. Kept the ball under wraps as the Eagles tried to strip it out. It was Blankenship that tried to do it. All right, well, thanks to all returning viewers. If you're new, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. Packers are the only team I really care about, so if I seem a little down, I don't know. I tend to, I don't know. No excuses. I just really think their offense has played poorly tonight, and I don't know. We'll see. Again, though, plenty of hockey coming up this week. We'll have basketball on Friday night, NBA doubleheader on Prime, 6 and 8:30. We'll be back probably with a triple header for football on Sunday, but not Monday, not this Thursday. I won't be back in time. And next Monday doesn't look like a good game. Excuse me. But we'll have plenty of trying to keep it up, you know, so we'll see. I assume that's your offensive coordinator. Hello, Rhonda. How you doing? Forgot what the Chiefs did this week. I don't even remember. But please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you have, thank you so much. But doing one or both does help with getting YouTube to recommend the channel to other potential viewers and will in turn help grow the channel. And I thank you all for your support. And yeah, we did get subs tonight, so thank you very much. And we got 15 likes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, Father Time did stop in at halftime. So yeah, he was here. Or is here. But like I said, I did hear from him at halftime. Hope he's doing well. Hope Mac is doing well as well. That sounded wrong or not right. All right, 1st and 10, 2-minute warning. They give him the 35. Back to throw, a lot of pressure, incomplete behind Jacobs. Love had to get rid of it. 2nd and 10 at 1:56. And the blitz was on. They had no, like, Jacobs had to pick between two blitzers to pick up, and he was looking inside and Love threw the ball to the outside, so no chance to catch it. He was pretty well covered as well. 2nd and 10 from their own 35. I think Heath in motion to the near side. Back to passes. Love looking. Throws down the far side. Leaping grab is incomplete. Wicks dropped it at 1:51. 3rd and 10. It was in his hands. It was going to be a contested catch, but I feel like he should have caught that. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Rhonda. I guess the coverage knocked it away from his arms. There was definitely good coverage by the Eagles on all the Packers wide receivers. Play clock at 2. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking, throws, caught by Musgrave. Dives forward, and he's a yard short. So the Packers face 4th and 1. Clock rolling at 1:40. From their own 44. Handoff to Jacobs. Are you kidding me? What are we doing? Shoot this shotgun run into the sun. Why do we call this LaFleur? Pardon the yelling. There is a flag, but who knows? If it's on the Packers, the game is over. Why do you do this shotgun run? I hate this. False start. So, no, legal procedure. Well, whatever. It's Eagles ball. Nice play call, LaFleur. You just lost the game. Unbelievable. Inexcusable. I'm so tired of this. They got to get somebody to call. Yeah, Jacobs ended up fumbling, they said. Yep, helmet hit the ball. Well, good game, Eagles. Just terrible by LaFleur. Gosh darn it. Yep, good game, Eagles, no doubt about it. Now, Packers will, if they make the playoffs, it's going to be a minor miracle. No, that it doesn't matter. 2 timeouts isn't going to do crap. They can kneel down 3 times. The game's over. All they need is 3 kneel downs and the game's over. They can chuck it up. They can't score quick even if they have any time left. This team's done. I hate to get so down on them, but this has been ridiculous. You made the trade, you got Parsons, and you still got the same old crap on offense. LaFleur running, I'm sorry, the shotgun run needs to be never called again. I hate that call. Go down swinging any other way other than a shotgun run on 4th and 1. I get rid of that damn shotgun run. They're not going to, what are they going to do in 35 seconds? They've shown they have no deep threat capability. Golden is out. They're going to be double or triple covering Watson. It's over. They're not going to have some minor miracle. The game is over. It doesn't matter. The Packers won't even stop them. I guarantee they get a first down on 2 plays. The game's over. I'm just sick of watching the same crap every week. It's just frustrating. I thought they had something this year, and apparently they don't. They just cannot beat the Eagles. They are in their heads, and LaFleur just can't call a game anymore. Hand off Barkley. Falls forward for a couple. Packers have 1 timeout left. Well, at least I don't have to watch them look like crap against the Giants next week because I won't have the game. Yeah, Parsons. Speaking of Parsons, it's not like he was too effective tonight either. I just really hate that shotgun run. And on 4th and 1, that's inexcusable. Why don't you let Love throw the ball? If you're going to run it to Jacobs, slam it up the middle. Don't run it out of shotgun. I hate that call. I'd rather go down swinging with any other play in the playbook, save for an end around, than that. Barkley gets at least 1. 3rd and 7. 1:17. Packers are out of timeouts. I don't know. I'm just sick of the excuses. This team is just ridiculous. They put it to 118. It doesn't matter. They don't, unless Watson can get open in triple coverage, they're not going to have some big miracle finish. I don't trust McManus with anything longer than a extra point at this point. He's missed from 43 recently. If you can't get closer than I'd say you'd have to get inside the Eagles' 25 to line up for a field goal. I might trust him, at the 22 on a 40-yarder at most. That's it. If you don't get to the 22, I don't trust him. 3rd and 7. 1:18 to go. Packers out of timeouts. Handoff to Barkley, and he gets to the 35. So the Eagles could get a field goal, and the whole field goal discussion could be taken off out of the equation. I meant. So 4th and 6. They might as well go for it. If I'm the Eagles, I'm sure they will. And they stay out there. Again, like I guess you don't want to give the Packers good field position. And you don't want them to just have to get a field goal. Why not though? Their defense has been stellar all night. Okay, they took a delay a game, or no, they did call a timeout with 33 seconds to go. Again, so I don't. My point earlier is that unless Watson can get open in triple coverage, this game is over. So the Eagles have one timeout. That's it. No other timeouts left. Well, we'll see. 4th and 6. They're still lining up like they're going for it. They can't call a timeout. That's a penalty. Packers are out of timeouts. From the far hash mark, 2 receivers each side. Barkley blocking. Hurts throws towards the end zone. Incomplete. I guess no flags. Well, that was an interesting call. 27 seconds to go, and the Packers get a chance. But again, out of timeouts, I don't trust McManus outside of 40 yards. Valentine never turned. They're lucky because usually they call this pass interference. Brown just tried to turn into Valentine, and usually the refs call that as a pass interference. We'll see. I doubt it. I don't know. I don't know what Sirianni's been doing. Packers shouldn't even be in this. Shotgun Love, back to pass, heavy pressure, bomb down the field, almost intercepted. Watson in double coverage. And they tried the home run ball. Again, it's going to be really difficult for Watson to get open in double coverage. Hell, I would triple cover him. Again, without Golden, nobody's getting down the field that quick. Good throw towards the sideline. Maybe Watson gets that. It went behind Watson. I guess he overran it and nearly intercepted. Second and 10. Back to pass is Love. Throws, middle of the field. Caught by Melton, but they're going to have to hurry to spike it, and they really are not going to have any more time to run a play with 5 seconds. If this was Haversack, I'd say we got a chance, but with McManus, there is no chance on this field goal, and they send him out there. Yeah, this is going to be a 64-yarder. Haversack only hit from 61. I would throw a Hail Mary here, to be honest. This is a heavy wind. I can't tell if it's a crosswind or what. They got to hurry. There's only 8 seconds on the play clock, and they are monkeying around. There's 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. They're not even going to get the snap off. What is this call? No, it's 64, I think. I guess they reset the play clock. I'm shocked. Sirianni obviously doesn't like it. And make nice coverage by ABC. Actually, McManus got a free kick at it, and he was short. What is going on? Terrible coverage by ABC. Okay, now they're going to go. Why is it saying 2nd and 10 on ABC? Oh, that's right, the spike. All right, they are going for the Hail Mary. Shotgun, quick pass out of bounds, incomplete, over Wicks's head with 2 seconds. What is this? They're going to try the field goal. Why? I have no idea. You just saw he was short. Third and 10, actually. $64-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick is not even close. That's the game. 10-7 is your final. Pfft. What a joke. This team's a joke. I don't know why I expected they might have a chance to beat the Eagles. That'll do it. 10-7, Eagles win. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Sorry, yeah, he shanked it. It was not even close. It was at least it was a quick death. I don't even know what else to say. That'll do it. 10-7 is your final. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon for hockey, basketball, or football next week. We will be Packer free though, as I don't get the game against the Giants. Hurts was 15 of 26, 183 yards and 1 touchdown. Barkley 22 for 60, Hurts 5 for 27. They combined for over 100 yards rushing. Smith 4 for 69, a touchdown. I believe that was 36 yards. And they got a field goal by Elliott of 39 yards. Love was 20 of 36, 176 yards, but took 3 sacks. Jacobs 21 for 74 and the touchdown. Love 5 for 28. They just got over 100 rushing. Watson 2 for 45, a 25 long. Wicks 4 for 38. Jacobs 5 for 33. Love fumbled 1 and recovered it, but he fumbled 1 and lost it. Jacobs fumbled 1 and lost it. It was on a 4th down play where they were already not going to make it. Hurts fumbled once and Nixon recovered it. 3 sacks for the Eagles. Dean, Hunt, Smith, and a tackle for loss for Phillips, and Hunt an additional for Phillips. Yep. Nothing for the Packers. Parsons barely even played. 2 total tackles, 1 solo. Awesome job. Williams 2 tackles for losses. Walker 2. Wooden 1 and Wyatt 1. No interceptions, and yep. Why you would put McManus out there for a 64-yarder when he just missed it, I have no freaking clue. I mean, he does not have that kind of leg. Who knows? Haversick made it from 61. I don't know if he would have made it either, though. So, take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Exactly, Alex. Yeah, no worries, Taylor. I hear you. Thanks, everybody, for watching and chatting. We'll see you next time. Sinbin Stream signing out. We'll see you in, well, I don't know, 20 hours? No, 19 hours and about 35, 40 minutes. Till then, take care. Be well. Thanks for supporting the channel, and bye-bye.